So what's going to happen? It's in 2 phases. All right. You will fight 2 bosses in this encounter in phase 1 and phase 2. All right, one at a time, with the interacting from the sky and unattackable in phase 3, both at the same time in phase 3, using the abilities you've seen from the previous one. So phase 1 and phase 2, you go against them individually. Phase 3, when we hero, we'll go against them both at the same time. All right. One of the core mechanics of this fight is to reset bleeds through a specific combo detailed in phase 1. So how do we reset bleeds? In phase 1, General Grashel is in the air while General Cal is on the ground, tanked and dealt with. So General Cal is going to be the first one. All right, so that is Skull. All right, and the other one is X. So we're going to be tanking Skull first. All right. One of the core mechanisms of this fight is to reset bleed through a specific combo of details here. The phase ends once Prince Rathiel casts Shattering Blast after Cal reaches 50%. So once he's on 50%, we then goes on to second phase. Set up 2 raid markers on the ground. One for Wicked Blade. Right, Wicked Blade. Cal throws a ricochet blade at a marked target, which explodes upon contact with any player, inflicting 26,000 shadow damage to players. Right, okay. So I will mark it where we're going to tank it. I'm guessing, if everyone's all right, if we tank it here. Is that all right?
Yeah.
Okay. And if you get something called Wicked Blade, yeah, can you go to red X over there? Can you see that? Go over that vicinity, because I'm not saying go that far away. Just make sure no one's around within 8 yards, okay? Because we're going to need to heal you big time. All right. So that's what he does. He does a Stonebreaker's combo. Crystallizer is a channeled by Groshel on a player, inflicting moderate damage. This player needs to run in a melee of Cal, as well as any players waiting to clear their bleeds. Right. So whoever's got any bleeds, so whoever gets called Stonebreaker's combo, yeah, you need to run. This player needs to run in melee of Cal, so you need to go in the melee of Cal, as well as any players wanting to clear their bleeds. So it looks like he does a big hit. All right. I'm just looking now what you do. There you go, reset bleed. So yeah, a big thing will happen. I've got it. So you don't have to go right next. You just go near the melee, and he throws like a brick. It always looks like, and it makes sure we all go in there to reset our bleeds. All right.
Yep.
Pulverizing. So that one's called Stonebreaker's combo. So whoever gets it, just run a little bit closer to the raid, and we all go into it to soak all the raid. All right. So that's healers, tanks, and DPS. When targeted by crystallizing, rush in melee to reset bleeds on the tanks and any other player. Okay, so that's very important. So that's a core mechanic here.
That's a big one for our first swap, but I'll tell you in a sec.
Yeah, standard it to clear it. Yep. Pulverizing meteor. Right after the explosion of the combo, the player is hit by a meteor. That must hurt, yes. That will need to be soaked to split the damage among players. Hit, okay? So again, you go to everyone soak that as well, please. Okay, pulverizing meteor, soak. So that's both of them you need to soak. Soak nearby players targeted by meteor to split the damage. Wicked Blade. Every 30 seconds, Carl marks 2 players, and the blade will bounce off them one after the other. Do you remember doing Sanguine Depths? The final boss on Sanguine Depths, if you remember, you get marked, and he then throws a thing between 2 of them. So yeah, that's what you have to do in this one, it looks like. Yeah, 2 players, and the blade will bounce on them one after the other. Any player hit will receive a stackable bleed, only reset by the crushing combo, as we know what to do. Okay, so that's where you guys go. Whoever gets Wicked Blade, head towards X. Hardened Stone form. Carl becomes almost immune to damage. To counter this immunity, bring the Anima Orb dropped upon death by the Stone Legion commandos around the room to Prince Rathiel, granting him mana. When he reaches 100 mana, he will cast AoE knockback, afflicting everyone and cancelling Cal's immunity. Okay. So we need range DPS. Who wants to pick up Anima orbs around the outside.
Basically, whoever drops
Free
close
for all,
to
yeah.
it all should be able to.
Yeah.
It's all,
Yeah, so you pick up an animal orb and you take it to, I'll mark him with a
Man.
orange condom. There he is. You take him to him. All right. So you pick up an animal orb and you take it to Prince. Oh, no, you don't take it to him. It's the wrong one. That would have been fun. You take it to the Prince. I'll mark him.
our
You pick up an
ally.
animal orb and you take it to the Prince, okay?
Boss is immune to damage during that phase, so it's all you should be focusing on, really.
Yeah. So we're filling the.
Yes, we are, yeah.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. DPS, when Carl goes in stone form, bring all animal orbs around. Yeah, so when he's in stone form, all DPS. Okay, stop DPSing them. So yeah, you're right there. Well done. Stone Pike, Grush Owl inflicts physical damage and 30% snare for 8 seconds to random players. Okay. Damage applies a bleed on the tank, also increasing the damage of the next serrated swipe. Reset on every combo or swap tank when if you get 3 stacks of it, you need to swap. Make sure when we get that reset combo to nip into it so you refresh it. Heart of Round applies a light dot on random players. When dispel or expires, it inflicts heavy damage and over 6 seconds. Stagger the dispels, okay? And so you dispel 1, heal, okay, guys? Morgan, lose. All right, So that's Heart of Ren. So they're the only ones we're going to be able to dispel. So if you see it on your decursive, we'll do 1 at a time, and then we dispel it and then heal them because it takes big damage. Stone Legion Commandos bombards a random player, doing moderate damage when projectile lands. All right, so they're red swirls on the floor. Stone Legion Goliaths, this ad needs to be tanked, but only does melee until 20%, where it stops attacking and channels an aura. Plan stack up to 20% healing, receive decreased debuff on the raid until killed. Okay, so that's the Goliath. So one of you, whoever's not tanking, please tank the Legion Goliath. Anima Laden. Upon death, drops an anima orb that is used to cancel Goliaths. Bring the orb to restore. Okay. Upon death, yep, that's it. Phase 2. Sorry, guys. I know it's.
Was this
Oh,
phase
yeah,
1?
that was just phase 1. Yeah, you're going to go on to phase 2 and I'm going to forget everything about phase 1.
It's pretty much the same. It's the Wicked Blade still happens, so Red X. Reverberating Eruption. Grashel marks a random player after 5 seconds, inflicts nature damage and creates zones at their feet. Other existing zones will also explode if their explosion doesn't hit a player standing inside it. It will instead cause damage to the whole raid. Oh, Jesus Christ. So, if he does that and you see like this brown stuff on the floor, it looks like cracked brown floor. So when he does a reverberating eruption, someone needs to be in it. Okay? Just one person.
1 second. Do we need to stand it when it lands, or do we need to stand in it?
No, when he's about to cast reverberating eruption, he
Okay.
needs to go into it.
Okay.
So yeah, what is Grathel marks a random player after 5 seconds and flips. So you've got 5 seconds to go into it.
Okay.
Roger.
Okay, any damage taken inside the zone applies a 500% increased damage taken from those techniques. This means you cannot stack them to soak all at once. Spread out and soak, it says. Spread out and soak when marked. If not, mark soak a zone or mark sure no zone around is left unsoaked.
So heal and DPS, spread out when marked. If not marked, soak a zone and make sure no zone around is left unsoaked.
Yep. And the last one is Grashel becomes almost immune to damage to cancel its animal orb. Ricochet. Seismic upheaval, AOL under random players. So just be careful of that. And that's about it. So yeah, third phase is it all happens at the same time. Fuck it, I'm bored. Let's go play.
The Animorphs.
Wait, Harry, I just need to go
take
through.
him to Condom. You pick him up and take him to Condom.
Okay, just quickly tank swapping.
Right.
Because I've got it here. I've got
not
it.
expecting us to do this, okay, guys? Not yet. Anyway, all right. We will get used to it. It will come second nature.
Okay, just quickly.
Yeah, we will do that.
Hello,
Right.
can you hear me?
Thorgords, we're waiting for
Hello.
Thor. Oh, he's
Harry.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
You
Right,
muted him, didn't you?
Yeah, probably.
There we
Right,
go.
just quickly, I'm tank swapping. In the first phase, we will tank swap as the general Cashao cast Crystallize, because the previous tank will come in and get rid of its bleeds.
Yeah.
So
remember all
DBM
the-
will tell us to swap, but we tank swap when and we tank him in the middle of the room.
Yeah,
And
so
so,
remember, guys, if you get crystallized range DPS, all of us, make sure you go into soak it 'cause it gets rid of your bleed. as
yeah, it
well.
needs to be in the
Alright?
middle because we need that. So when Crystallize is getting cast, run into the center. As Crystallize being cast, that's when we do the swap. Phase 2, tank swap. Stonefist knocks back the main tank with a large physical hit, which requires all my cooldowns. Switch on 1 or 2 stacks. We'll do 1 for now if they're saying 1, and we'll see how it goes.
Pulverize a meteor. Make sure you stack as well, guys, to soak that with everyone. Don't do it by yourself; you will die.
And
Right,
when we're
ready?
doing phase 3, we've got both bosses in the middle of the room. We will swap as the same as phase 1, Crystallize. But I'm pretty certain DBM will tell us on these 3.
All good? You ready?
Yeah, I'm
So you're
just
not
coming in
here,
now.
I think?
No, I'm here.
All right.
Phase 17. We